Hi, Dr. Dutta. I'm going to attempt to fix my dryer. To be honest, this is the second time that I've done this, but we're gonna, like, do it for real this time. And I apologize if it's loud, because there's a lot of people in this house. Alright, so my dryer stopped working, and it doesn't even turn on. So I did what most people do, and go on Google and YouTube and try to figure out what the problem is. So apparently there's like a variety of different reasons why your dryer could break. The first one, if I can just move this, camera's on a tripod, so I'm absolutely not a tech person. So it's gonna be, try not to get sick. Alright, so one problem could be that your switch isn't working. Dryers have a switch that gets pushed in every time the door shuts, and if that's broken, then it doesn't sense that the door's closed, it's not going to turn on. So there's little switches right here, and you're supposed to hear like a click, and I don't think that I think I do hear it, so I assume that wasn't the problem. I actually need that. Second thing that I read about trying to fix, sorry, moving again. Fixing tripod. God, sorry. Okay. Other thing they said to try to fix, or to look at, was the start switch. You can actually see this. So to do that, you have to unplug some of these. There's a bunch of cables in here. Clearly, it's electronics. Let's see if I can get that in focus. I'm so sorry. There. Alright, so that is the back of the on button switch. So I just unplugged this. I'm going to check this for continuity. So if it is not the problem, then we should hear a nice little beep when I check. Let's see if that will focus again. Maybe, yes, no. Okay. So I actually had to go out and buy a multimeter to do this. Which is a handy thing to have anyway. But we're just gonna switch it to ohms, flip over to continuity, listen for the hallowed beep. Actually have to take both of them off. Okay, so it should beep when I push the button in. So, sorry, it's kind of awkward. So if you can hear that, when I push the button in, it does in fact beep, so there is not a problem here with the switch. So I will just plug these back in real quick, because that's not the problem. So there's a bunch of other things here, and I will do a little written report thing that talks about the different functions of all these. So stay tuned for that. So the next problem that they said was check the thermofuse, and unfortunately my model of a dryer doesn't allow that to happen easily. Most of them you can just take the back off and the thermofuse is like somewhere down where the heat vent is. Mine doesn't just come off, so this might take a second and I will fast forward this quickly. Alright, so, I don't know if you can actually even see this. There's a little clip right here. That, this is the part that connects to the switch, the little door switch that I was telling you about, when you open this. So you can actually hear the click a little bit better now that the door's open. So that is not the problem. I guess it completes the circuit, so whenever that door is pushed, then the circuit's complete and the machine can run. So you want to make sure to unplug that before you rip your door off. Ouch. It's just a little thing that you can't get to. So that just comes off. Alright, so that is what the inside of a dryer looks like. I can't get to the fuses because this thing is in the way, so I actually have to take that out. To do that, there is, you can actually see this, maybe, no, back in there, maybe you can kind of see, there's a wheel, like it connects to this drum, and that connects to the motor, which I'll tell you about when I get this thing out, but we gotta release the drum, and I'll show you it when I get it out. Alright, so let's do a small tour of the inside of a dryer. Alright, we haven't gotten to this in class yet, although by the time I finish editing this video, we probably would have. That is your electromagnet motor. It's not in focus. That's the thing I was telling you about, the little wheel that the belt goes around. And so when the dryer turns, it turns this, which turns this, which turns the big barrel. There's the fan exhaust. I made sure to clean that out. Sometimes if it gets too full of like laundry lint, then it gets clogged and can cause things to overheat or just stop working, or the little fluff gets in the way of the different circuits because it's all blowing around in here. And then that's the vent that connects to the outside, except we're in an apartment, so I have no idea where it connects. And then, okay, so back here is the back of the dryer. You see all these rungs, those are all heating elements. They heat up, and then that gets transferred to the barrel, which heats up and warms your clothes. Okay, so, and then this little bit down here goes, oh my gosh, out to the switch that connects to the 220 volt wall socket. I'm going to check that fact. I'm not sure if that was actually the right voltage. Okay, so there are 3 different fuses of interest here. There is the left thermal fuse, right thermal fuse, and there's this one up here, which is another fuse. So we're going to check all of them. So bear with me. To do that, we're going to do continuity again. This time we don't have to actually unplug both sides. It just needs to unplug one end of the fuse. And that's sufficient because there's no switches involved like there was for the start switch. It's always a pain and it always hurts to phase out. Okay, so first fuse, let's see if it works. So if it is blown, then we will not hear the continuity buzz because the fuse little thin wire has been blown. So still on continuity. Okay, so that is not the problem. That fuse is still intact. Next one, we'll just do this one up here. It is always impossible to get out. Okay. Alright, if you hear that, that is not the problem fuse. Let's check the last one. Which honestly I don't... Honestly, I don't think this last one is actually a fuse. I think it's something called an EOC. It basically makes a buzz when the dryer's done. But we'll check it anyway. And that one has continuity still, so that's not the problem. Okay, so at this point, well, this is the second time that I've done it. First time took me like 7 hours to figure this out, and then another 2 hours to put the thing back together, which is kind of disappointing because none of the things that I checked seemed to have a problem with them, which I guess is a great moral for life, where you go to all this trouble and you still don't fix the problem. So that being said, I'll take you over to what's currently happening in my house. Since Kate, the intro physics student, was not able to fix the dryer, we had to get a new one. Sad, sad, sad. But we learned about dryers.